Yes, guys, welcome back to Cossy Podcast. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. We are going to be predicting the last 10 games of Manchester City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, and we will come out with a title winner. Now, I don't think that it's going to be as easy as many people have actually been doing it. I've seen Laurie, I've seen James Alcott, I've seen the club, I've seen the kickoff as well. There's so many creators who have done this, and they have predicted almost Manchester City to win each and every game, Arsenal to win each and every game, and Liverpool to win each and every game as well. But if you watched my video, if you've not watched this video that I put out on my personal channel, Cossy Arsenal, I would really want you to watch it because I predicted Arsenal's last 10 games in that video. And what I've done, I've gone very brave, and I said Arsenal will draw against Manchester City, and Arsenal will also draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So that's what I want us to do in this channel, because this is what this video is all about, being brave. I want us to go and predict those games that will drop points for Liverpool, will cause a drop for Arsenal, and will cause a drop for Manchester City as well. So in the end, we want to see who wins the Premier League. We're going to be doing a simulation of who wins the Premier League in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well if you like such content. Now, this is how the Premier League table looks like. Arsenal are leading it with 64 points. Obviously, you have that goal difference at 46, and Liverpool are second with 64 points as well. But the difference in goal is where Arsenal are still leading. Arsenal have just conceded very, very few goals, and therefore that means that Liverpool have 39 goal difference. Manchester City just 1 point behind Liverpool and Arsenal, and they have a 35 goal difference. So that means that it is still very tight, and this is one of the best title run-ins that we will ever see in the history of the Premier League, because Arsenal have the ability to go and win 7 out of their next 10 games, and so do Man City, and so do Liverpool. And that means that in the last 3 games of the campaign, we might actually have these 3 clubs go into the last 3 games or the last 2 games still hoping, each of them still hoping to win the title. And that is what we want, and that is what I'm really, really hoping for, right? So let us start off with Liverpool, and let us start off with their fixtures, because they're the side that everyone wants them to win it because of Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, if you're not an Arsenal fan and if you're not a Manchester City fan, the neutrals, apart from Man United maybe, would prefer Liverpool to win it. Because if you're Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur, you don't want Arsenal to win it, right? You don't want Manchester City to win it as well, because they've won it for a long period of time, and it's becoming boring, and the league is becoming a monopoly. And therefore, Liverpool look like, the easier option. Chelsea, Tottenham, everyone in London who doesn't want Arsenal to win it, they would rather go with Liverpool. I think Manchester United, if they don't want Man City to win it, to break their record of 3 in a row, to make it 4 in a row, then they would rather Liverpool win it. I don't think Manchester United fans in this country, now in Uganda, would actually want Arsenal to win it, right? So let's start off with Liverpool, and their first game will be against Everton. Of course, this was postponed, and it's going to be decided, but that is away from home. And I think with Liverpool, this is a Merseyside derby, but they have to be very careful with this game. They have to be really careful. One, it's a game that just ensures that Everton, get something on this Liverpool side. Liverpool will be really, really nervy, and they will be desperate to pick up 3 points. And Everton are also in a position where they desperately need the point, right? So they're 16th on the Premier League table, and they're trying to survive relegation. And we know when you play a relegation, threatened side, it could be a difficult game. At least for Arsenal, we have the evidence last season. We lost to Nottingham Forest 1-0, and that actually ruined the party for us. But I'm going to go 3 points for Liverpool. This is my calculator right here. I'm going to go 3 points for Liverpool against Everton. I think they win that game. I don't think Liverpool will struggle very much. Even if they struggle, they'll beat them. This weekend on the 31st of this month, they will take on Brighton at the Anfield. Brighton have not been good visitors in this Premier League season, and I think under Roberto Di Zerbi next season, if he stays, they might actually want to rethink their tactics and rethink the way they're actually playing. I am not really convinced about them this season. It could have been the effect of Europe, maybe, but I'm not really convinced about Brighton this campaign. So that's another 3 points for Liverpool, in my opinion. They will win that game. Maybe 2-0, maybe 2-1. They looked a little bit nervous against Manchester United, but also that game kind of dragged on for a long period of time. But I still think at the Anfield they beat Brighton. Game number 3 is Sheffield United, and they're 20th, and they're visiting the Anfield. This is an easy one. That's a +3 for Liverpool. I think Sheffield United, we all predicted it, that they would go down. And we all predicted it that they were never going to do anything serious in this campaign. The only club that has shocked me has been Burnley. I thought Burnley would be nice, and they would put in kind of a good shift. They didn't do that, but I think Sheffield, we were right about them. So that's another 3 points for Liverpool against Sheffield United. Game number 4 for Liverpool is going to be against Manchester United, who sit 6th on the Premier League table. They have just beaten Liverpool out of the FA Cup, and Man United have just secured themselves a big chance to go and win some silverware this campaign. But interestingly, this game again is at the Old Trafford, and this is the interesting part, because I don't think Liverpool win that game +1. I think Liverpool will draw against Manchester United, right? I think Liverpool will draw against Manchester United. So that is 1 point where those are 2 points dropped for Liverpool, in my opinion. After Manchester United, they will take on Crystal Palace at home. This one is a no-brainer, +3 points. Crystal Palace, they need to rethink their strategies, I think, next season. So Liverpool will beat Crystal Palace. I back them to do that. Fulham, away from home, this is going to be another Navi game, but they will eventually navigate through it. 3 points for Liverpool against Fulham, right? West Ham, sitting 7th, that is another away game. Now, this is what I think. Fulham and West Ham are back-to-back away games, and I think Liverpool don't win both of them, right? Now, I'm not really sure which one they will drop points in, but I'm going to say it's West Ham, right? I think West Ham are the better side than Fulham. Fulham have put in some good shift, and when they came to the Anfield, they actually did put in a very good shift. Eventually, they lost that game due to very poor defending, but I'm going to trust West Ham, right? I'm going to trust West Ham, although West Ham have conceded a 6-0 against Arsenal at their own ground. So let's go with West Ham to pick up a point against Liverpool, and Liverpool drop their next round of points, right? After them dropping points at West Ham, I think Liverpool drop another set of points against Tottenham Hotspur. Again, I don't think Liverpool will lose a game during their last 10 games, but I think they'll draw 3 times. Tottenham, West Ham, and Manchester United. So that is another draw for me for Liverpool against Tottenham. I could be wrong about this, but I feel it. I think they'll beat Aston Villa. They have everything they need to beat Aston Villa. And on their last match day, they'll play Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they will win that game. So that is 24 points for Liverpool out of possible 26. Sorry, out of possible 30. And I think Liverpool will not win this title, but we'll get there, right? We will get there. So 24 points for Liverpool. I need to write that down. 24 points for Liverpool. 24 for Liverpool. If Liverpool do better than this, right? If they do better than this, I think they could go to 26 points. They might win one of the games that I predict them to draw in, and they might make it to 26 points. But I think they'll get around 24 points during the back end of the campaign. So let's get into Manchester City, right? That has been Liverpool, and I think they get 24 points, and they will just be all right. Okay. So Manchester City, they have that Brighton game away from home, Brighton have not been really interesting, in my opinion. They've not been inspiring. So I think that's an easy win for Manchester City, 3. Then they have to play Arsenal when they come back from the international break. Arsenal are currently first. I think that is the first game Man City drop points in, right? I think it's a draw. I don't think they'll lose. I think it's a draw and everyone wins, right? So it's a draw, in my opinion, against Arsenal. Aston Villa at the Etihad. Now, that is where, for me, Man City drop another set of points. I think they'll drop against Arsenal, and I think they'll also draw against Aston Villa. So I think those 2 games are going to be the most important for Pep Guardiola, and they're going to be season defining, and I think they will define his season by him not winning both of them or winning either of them, and in the end, Manchester City will panic and they will crumble, right? So I think Man City drop points against Villa as well. Now, listen to me. After dropping points, this is game number 3. After dropping points against Arsenal and Villa, Man City will then pick up points in each of their last 7 games. 3 points in each of their last 7 games, right? So that means that they will beat Crystal Palace +3. They will beat Luton +3. They'll beat Tottenham +3. And Tottenham, and why I'm really scared for Manchester City is that they really struggle at the White Hart Lane. They really struggle to win games at the White Hart Lane. But I still think this time they will get there, because they'll be looking at Liverpool and they'll be looking at Arsenal. And I know they will be behind, but trust me, in this last game running, you'd rather be behind rather than in front. And I think for Arsenal, we are going to really feel the pressure. We are really going to feel, that pressure of Liverpool chasing us and Manchester City chasing us. But I still think that they beat Tottenham. I still think they beat Tottenham. Okay, Nottingham Forest +3. There's no question there. Wolverhampton Wanderers +3. They will win that one. Fulham +3. And West Ham in the last game +3. And I think I'm right. I think Manchester City will get 26 points out of 30 in their last 10 games. And this is typical Manchester City. Imagine this, right? They lose 1 game and they draw 1. They've lost 5 points, right? So I think they'll drop only 4 points in their last 10 games. And that is the same as I predicted for Arsenal in this video. If you've watched this video, if you've not watched it, please go and watch it. It's live on Cossy Arsenal. We have predicted every Arsenal game in the last 10. And we have decided that Arsenal will walk away with 26 points. Man City, 26 points. And Liverpool, 24. So let's do the Arsenal games just a little bit, just a recap if you've not seen that video yet, right? So let's do the Arsenal games. For Arsenal, the first game is Chelsea. I think we win that game. Chelsea are not a very bad side when it comes to Arsenal. They lose. It's at the Emirates. Man City, draw. Luton, win. Brighton, win. Aston Villa, win. Wolverhampton Wanderers, draw. That is where I think Arsenal will draw points. Tottenham, win. Bournemouth, win. Manchester United, win. And our last game will be against Everton. That will be an Arsenal win as well. So if we tally, right? If we tally the points now, that's where it's actually that's where it's gonna be interesting. So let's do a points tally. Right, currently Arsenal at 64 points, Liverpool at 64 points as well, and Manchester City at 63. So if we add 26 to Man City right now, they have 63, we add 26, that is 89 points, right? I think it will be around there. 89 for Manchester City. It will be between 89 to 91. Won't be surprised if they get to 91. I won't be surprised if they drop only 2 points. But I think it will be around 89 for Man City. Liverpool, they have 64 points right now. We predicted them to get 24, right? So that is 88 points for Liverpool. I still think it will be close. I still think it will be close, and I still expect Liverpool to do massively better than this. I won't be surprised to get this Liverpool side at 90 points. So we could see Man City at 91, or we could see Liverpool at 90. And it's going to depend on who wins the more difficult games, who scores more 90 plus goals, and who actually defends much better. Now, Arsenal, because we don't concede, I think we will get the same number of points as Manchester City. And this is why Arsenal have a very, very difficult running, right? And we're going to be prepared for these games like we have never been before. But also, listen to this, also, I think Arsenal will put in the same effort as Manchester City. Because, listen, City, they know right now that they're kind of behind. So they want to win each and every game that comes their way. Each and every game that comes their way. And I think that's the same thing with Arsenal. We know that we have to win each and every game that comes our way. Okay? So, Arsenal, 64 plus 26. That's 90 points, right? That's 90 points. So Arsenal at 90, Manchester City at 89, and Liverpool at 90 as well. And I think this is where Arsenal win it on goal difference, right? This is where Arsenal wins it on goal difference. And this is where our goal difference really matters a lot this campaign. But there is a disclaimer here. And I'm going to put a disclaimer on this video, right? I'm going to put a disclaimer on this video. I think 90 is Arsenal's highest. I think 90 will be Liverpool's highest, right? Or 88. Actually, 90 will be Liverpool's highest. 90 will be Arsenal's highest. But 91 will be Manchester City's highest. So this is what I mean here. If Manchester City get to 91 points, they will win the Premier League. If Liverpool get to 90 points and Manchester City don't get to 91 and Arsenal don't get to 90, they will win the Premier League. I hope that makes sense. Like, it's very, very tight. It's going to be very tight. It's going to be very close. But let me know what you think about that, that prediction. And of course, the video on Arsenal's last 10 games is out live on Cossy Arsenal right now. Make sure you watch that video, and I'll speak to you soon.